Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, as West New York Athletics presents high school football live from South Buffalo at Mulroy Field. Sean Glinsky alongside Ryan Gallo as we display the Timon Tigers versus the Randolph Cardinals. Ryan, how are we doing today?
I'm doing great, Sean, and it's a fine afternoon. Excited to see what this afternoon has for us and how it unfolds, and excited to be back here in Tigerland. I've had the opportunity to coach against the basketball program, the football program. Coach Rowe does a great job for that program and the success they had, and the success that Timon's had last year as B champions. And I had a chance to speak with Coach Weiser, and he's really excited about what that could look like for the Tigers this season.
Yeah, the Tigers starting off a hot 2-0 on the season, a 56-0 win over Greece Olympia, and then their most recent one against St. Francis Prep, a 36-8 W, both games here at Mulroy Field. And on the other side, you have the Randolph Cardinals, a little abnormal start to their recent years, starting off 0-2 on the year. And Ryan, what's about that? Like, I know you talked to the coach a little bit, and what do you think is the slow start here for the Cardinals?
Coach Brown, been there 34 years, amazing, an astounding number to be with the program, his 11th year as head coach. And he touched upon, Sean, the inexperience has a lot and is predicated a lot on losing 8 starters on both sides of the football. You know that's hard to replace at any level, and certainly here at the high school level, I think that's very indicative to the slow start itself, Sean.
Yeah, absolutely. And another blunder here for the Cardinals as their starting quarterback, Jackson Morrison, will not be suited up on the field today for the Cardinals as he is inactive on the day. We are going to see a new quarterback here for the Cardinals, number 17, Talon Rowland, suited up here under center for the Cardinals. But on the other side of the field, the Timon Tigers, it's going to be the same 11, it looks like, on both sides. And who are some key players to watch out here for the Tigers, Ryan?
Certainly, first and foremost, James McNeil, a gentleman that's a great athlete on both sides of the football, highly touted with 4 Division I offers, and he just committed to UB and playing for the Bulls. So make no mistake, he's going to be highly touted all season long, and I'm excited to see what he proposes this afternoon. You have some other guys, too, that have played and have a lot of experience. One of them is Gerald McLeod, who's done a great job in the running game. He's had some good stats in the first couple weeks. So I'm excited to see what the Tigers do and how they start, quite frankly.
Yeah, Tigers, as mentioned before, off to a hot 2-0 start, and I believe that has a lot to do with their defense. Only giving up 8 points the past 2 games. I mean, that's just crazy numbers. And I mean, on the defensive side of the ball, I mean, you always have that cliche that defense do win championships. So you got a lot of playmakers on that side of the field. And Ryan, who are we looking at on the defensive side of the ball for the Tigers that are making a difference for them this year?
Sean, I don't know if it's one particular player, but what I do see, and I knew this playing against some of these kids in the past, is they have great team speed. And I think the speed itself has allowed them to close to the football, get more hats in arriving at the football and gang tackling. So I think that has a lot to do with their success on that particular side of the ball.
Yeah, and as mentioned before, their first 2 games were home this year. The first 4 in total for the Tigers are home. So maybe that does play a little bit of effect here for the Tigers as we are going to listen into the national anthem here. And doesn't get much better than this. A beautiful Saturday afternoon here in South Buffalo. And it should be an interesting one. I mean, you don't really see this matchup too often, a Class D team going up against a powerhouse Monsignor Martin team that really Monsignor Martin has had great teams in the past, and especially in recent years. You look at some of these powerhouses like Canisius and St. Joe's, and then you have Timon in Class B kind of like up on the rise. So you're looking for the Tigers to kind of explode as a homecoming this year in Class B and kind of seeing what their plan is going forward, because they have some real talent on this roster alongside with the Cardinals. So it should be a very interesting matchup today here, Ryan.
And, Sean, I think you allude to a great point, and I had an opportunity to talk with Coach Weiser, is the increased numbers that Timon has provided. Not only last year, but this year, he's added 6 more kids to the roster. So the additional numbers will hopefully provide a JV team next year here in Tigerland.
Yeah, you're looking at it. I mean, 3 years ago when Joe Licata left, you kind of thought that maybe, you know what, time was going to go down back that rabbit hole. And that's just something that you really don't want to see, especially as a private school. But now, as you mentioned, the numbers rising, the possibility of a JV team coming into play. I really think Matt Weiser brought in a solid crew here to just really have these guys buy into the program, and I feel like it's made a big difference here in Tigerland. But then on the other side of the ball, you have somebody like Coach Brown, who has been here for 34 years. So you really know what to expect with him, and we're really looking forward to see how this Cardinals team can go up against this Tigers team.
And, Sean, I think one of the great points that I want to touch upon for the success and the consistency for Coach Brown and his staff is they've done a great job of instituting and creating a lot of energy and focus on the youth program. And when you have a youth program, even though it's a small high school, Sean, if you can use that as a feeder system, that, my friend, is going to allow you to create yearly consistency, and that's a big part of what has been the success there in the Cardinal country.
Yeah, 2021 went 10-1, made it all the way to Class D sub-regionals, and then last year 22 went 11-1 and made it all the way to Class D state semis. So Coach Brown isn't shocked of winning here. I mean, he's really trying to build a winning program, and the fact of just the Cardinals starting off a little slow this year at 0-2 is a bit of a shocker, but we will see how they do on the road here against the Tigers and trying to get their first win under their belt today. So it looks like captains have just been all set, and it looks like both teams are getting ready to kick off here underway at Mulroy Field in South Buffalo. So as we're getting ready for kickoff, we're just going to take a short break, but we will be right here back on West New York Athletics.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA, with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics.
And welcome back to West New York Athletics, as it looks like the Cardinals will be the ones kicking off here, starting at a 2 o'clock sharp kickoff time here at Mulroy Field. And the kick is underway, and none other than Gerald McLeod will get the kickoff reception here, and he's really exploding upfield, and we already have some laundry on the field fresh off the kickoff. Looks like about a return of 24 yards, as he is up to, it looks like, the 28-yard line for the Tigers. And we will see what this call is here. Not a good start already, as we do have the penalty flags on the field. I didn't really see what happened, if there was a hold, if there is some illegal contact, what really was going down there. It looks like the men in stripes will be declaring what the penalty was. And it looks like it is going to be a penalty on both sides, it looks like. And I think the ball position will be the same. as McLeod returned it to. And we'll get a first look at Dom Anzalone for the Tigers as pardon me, actually, the football is going to be backed up here for the Tigers, so a little bit of a rough start already here. But Dom Anzalone, a sophomore quarterback for the Tigers, rocking the number 17, like much loved here in Buffalo. So we'll see. I mean, he is a big quarterback back there. Really under center. I'm very excited to see what Dom has done here for the Tigers.
And, Sean, he had a big week last week, 266 yards of passing, 3 touchdowns, a tremendous balance attack offensively, and he was a huge part of that success for the Tigers.
Yeah, on the year, 361 passing yards and 13 of 24 attempts, 40 rushing yards, and 4 carries. So you really got to watch him all over the field. I mean, he's not a guy who's just going to kill you with his arm strength. He's going to be a mobile quarterback there, really trying to get out of that pocket, extend the play here, and we'll see what the Tigers do as it is first down for these Tigers. And a little flick shot there to, looks like Prude, as Prude explodes to the left side. Got some room to run on the left side. Keeps going all the way. Nobody's around him. And it will be a opening touchdown for the Tigers. But it looks like it might be called back as there is a flag on the Tigers' 42-yard line.
Sean, I'm not sure of the flag, but wow, what an explosive first play from scrimmage for the Tigers. It looks like it's going to come back, but still very, very impressive on that first play from scrimmage.
And Coach Weiser looking to get an explanation here as he was running as fast as Clarence was down the sideline for the Tigers. But it looks like it's going to be pushed back here, and that's going to be deleted yards for the Tigers. But really explosive start, and that's not really the first person you see in the backfield for the Tigers. It's usually McNeil getting a first touch or Anzalone usually throwing the ball. So the fact that they're involving Clarence is really going to help out what the Tigers are trying to do here against the Cardinals.
And that was one of Coach Brown's concern, that he said the entire team speed, especially on the offensive side of the ball, that was going to be a huge challenge for the Cardinals and his inexperienced squad. And you pretty much saw that, Sean, on the first play.
Absolutely explosive yards here, as once again we are waiting on the officiating to see where the spot of the ball will be. It will be called a personal foul on the Tigers, and we will see what exactly is lined up here.
After the penalty,
and I believe it's going to be counted as an 11-yard run, so not 70 like Prude wants, but still 11 yards added to the stat sheet for number 7 in green. And it looks like there will be a few guys in the backfield here. Anizello in the shotgun for the Tigers. And once again, it looks like there's going to be a stoppage of play here. Officiating really letting them know that they are on the field today, as there's already been several penalty flags. And here are the Tigers in the shotgun. McNeil looks to be in motion. Anizello set. Here's the snap, and there's Prude again. Exploding onto the right side this time, and push forward. Looks to be about a four-yard run for the Tigers here. And once again, going back to Prude and going back.
2nd and 6 for the Tigers.
And it looks like, once again, there's going to be another penalty marker on the Tigers.
And, Sean, yeah, it was the right side wide receiver. Just engaged too long in his stalk block. Didn't let him get off, and certainly negating another positive gain for the Tigers.
And tough times right now for the Tigers, as they've had some really good start to this game. I mean, a 70-yard touchdown that they could have had got erased. Another 4-yard solid run for the Tigers got erased. So really, this Cardinals defense, they're buying some breaks here, kind of really trying to adjust to this Tigers offense. As it looks, we'll see another play about 5 yards back from the original spot for the Tigers. 1st and 15 for the Tigers. There's McLeod in motion. We're going to have Anzalone in the backfield. There's the snap, looking to toss one, and just incomplete. Bounced right off the chest of the receiver. So it'll be 2nd down here for the Tigers. I believe the intended receiver was McLeod there on the left side. Like mentioned before, Anzalone really trying to involve every single part of his game with his legs and that big arm of his. I mean, he's not an easy quarterback to take down. And he'll be once again in the shotgun here for the Tigers. Not really taking a whole lot under center yet. But it looks like a change of play here for the Tigers. And here's the snap and another run play, and Anzalone will keep it. A quarterback keeper that looks to be extended, and that should be good enough for a Tigers first down.
Really nice job by Anzalone on the zone read. He saw the hard flow by the defense, kept the football, nobody there outside of the left corner, and a really big gain for the Tigers there.
And it looks like it's a fast-paced offense here for the Tigers as they kind of get a measure of revenge as the Cardinals are quick into the Tigers' backfield, and Prude will get negative yardage here for the Tigers. It will be about 2nd and 11 here for the guys in green.
That's one way, Sean, for them to nullify the team speed in the backfield for the Tigers is to make him have to stop in a hole and change direction, and they did a nice job there on the pursuit.
And it looks like Anzalone will be in the shotgun again. It's going to be 2nd and 11 here for the Tigers at the midfield line. Anzalone looks for a shot. There's McNeil on the side, and that is going to be a name we are probably going to call out a lot this year for the Tigers.
And early on, the Cardinals are playing more guys down in the box, taking their chances on man-to-man coverage. And I'm curious to see how that's going to propose itself as this game unfolds, because a lot of team speed and great athletes for the Tigers.
Indeed, and it will be about 3rd and 6 here for the Tigers as they look to try to get a first down here. Anzalone in the shotgun. There's the pass, and it will be no good as O'Hara was the intended target, and Cardinals really shut down look to be a fast-paced in play here for the Tigers. So we'll see what Coach Weiser wants to do, as it will be on the Cardinals' 45-yard line with the Tigers still getting 6 to go for the first down. And it looks like Coach Weiser and the team has decided to go for it here, as Anzalone will once again be in the backfield.
No, he's off on the side.
And never mind, it is looked to be a sweeper. And there's McLeod on the outside. McLeod trying to extend the play, get some yards, and he breaks free on the left side. And he will be shoved out of bounds right by the Cardinals' 13-yard line. And, Ryan, what was going on there? I didn't even see what was happening.
Sean, the Cardinals did a great job of stringing that out, making him have to go parallel to the line of scrimmage. He bounced up in the hole. They didn't wrap up. He changed field and direction and busted up the left sideline for a huge gain and a first down for the Tigers.
Anzalone wasn't even lined up in the backfield there. It was McLeod. And here's a little even side pass, and it will be for negative yards, as the Tigers will be backed up to, looks to be the Cardinals' 15-yard line. The reception there was to Nakai Harris. And it looks like the Tigers didn't really lose that much, as it will be a 2nd and 11 here for the Tigers.
Really nice play there by Maverick Adams. Brushing off of that block, okay, using his flipper and getting off to make the tackle for a loss.
And here's the pitch here, and Tigers will explode to the left side, kind of starting to start the pile up. And that will be number 25 for the Tigers, DeMarcus Petaway Scarver with the rush to the left side. And it will be about 3rd and 6 left for the Tigers here, as we will see what the Tigers have drawn up here for the playbook. They are well into the Cardinals' side of the field, and we'll see what Anzalone and his crew for the offensive side is going to draw up here.
And, Sean, I can't imagine this isn't two-down territory for the Tigers.
And here's the snap for Anzalone. Anzalone looking inside and in and out of the receiver's hands. No good, as it will be 4th down here for the Tigers. Looks to be on the 10-yard line here for the Cardinals, and still about 6 to go here for the Tigers, so we'll see what happens. I did see a kicker warming up before the game for the Tigers, so they do have a kicker on the roster in case they want to tag this in for 3 points right off the bat. But I don't think so. It looks like the offense is going to stay on the field. And here is Anzalone in the shotgun. Number 12 for the Tigers, that's Fulgrim in motion. And here's the play. Tigers look to push forward. Looks like they have the first down, possibly more.
McNeil on the carry for the Tigers. Gets into the
And it will be a Timon Tigers touchdown. And I'm still waiting on the number to see who that was.
And, Sean, that guy, James McNeil, go to him on 4th down when they needed a huge play, explosive up into the hole, continues to sustain his feet, and into the end zone, and 6 for the Tigers. So a big play on 4th down, way to answer the bell, and go to your guy when you need a big play.
And that was really pushing the pile, but I think that was also just the pure strength of McNeil just kind of shoving his way in to the Cardinal defense. And it looks like we're getting another man lined up here for the Tigers. And here's the snap. And the kick is doinked in, so it will be a 7-0 lead for the Tigers. And what a drive there. So start off with the 70-yard touchdown. Couple flags kind of backed up the Tigers, still looking shaky off the start. And then really some very strong runs for the Tigers.
And what I did like, Sean, is they look to be balanced there. Although Anzalone didn't quite connect like he had hoped on that first drive in the passing game, he set his feet well, just wasn't as accurate as he had hoped. And then obviously with the way they ran the football there, and a good job by the offensive line, in particular on that 4th down.
Yeah, you really can't forget about that offensive line. Like we always say, the explosive speed for this Timon staff, but really they can't get more yards than they want to if it's not for that offensive line doing a great job up front. And we saw early Prude's getting involved. Petaway Scarver got a touch in there. And then McNeil takes it home for the touchdown. So we're going to see a lot of different guys get touches today for the Tigers. And it is a 7-0 start as the Tigers score on the opening drive here at Mulroy Field. And the Cardinals are going to send 2 back there for the kickoff reception. And it will be Finn here to kick this one away for the Tigers. A booming kick, as that will skip right into the hands for the Cardinals. And they're going to run up quickly here for the Cardinals. And that is Tristan Farmham, the senior, getting the reception here off the kickoff. So what are we expecting to see here on the Cardinals' offensive side?
I think they're going to continue to stick to their identity, Sean. You know, Coach Brown was just hopeful that they can sustain drives, move the chains, and stay on the field a bit longer and hopefully afford some points with that approach.
Yeah, Roland is under center here now for the Cardinals, as that is going to be number 25 for the Cardinals. That is going to be Connor Braley with the touch first for the Cardinals. Braley is a junior, number 25, 118 yards rushing on 22 carries this year, has 1 rushing touchdown, and averages 5.4 yards per carry this year for the Cardinals. So one of many looks here that the Cardinals usually have. It's usually Braley, Farnsworth, and even Maverick Adams kind of getting time in there in the backfield for the Cardinals that we've seen this year. So there's Roland. There's Roland under center. And it looks like there's going to be some jump, as there is once again a penalty flag on the field. And a lot of penalties we've seen early. So what do you think's going to happen? I mean, is that going to play a factor? I mean, right now, a lot of penalties here on the Tigers. And, I mean, the Cardinals could really, this could really help them in the long run.
there's two simple ways that can compromise imbalance of rosters or talent. And one of them is certainly turning the football over. And second of them is self-inflicting wounds, and that being penalties and making big mistakes.
Yeah, already 4 penalties here for the Tigers. So not what I believe Coach Weiser was expecting right off the jump, as that will be a carry here for the Cardinals, and the pile-up will start about at the 47-yard line. As I believe that was Maverick Adams, as we mentioned, getting time in the backfield. So that will be a first down for the Cardinals. So really not seeing their RB1 right now, suppose. Farmham, really right now the 2 carries have been between Braley and Adams, which those are the 2 guys that average high amount of yardage. So really if you tag team those 2, the Cardinals offense should have no problem getting upfield here. And under center is Roland again. And once again, the Tigers getting the penalty flag on the field. So as we mentioned earlier, right now, the Cardinals have gotten a lot of penalty flags, as I believe that was Hopkins that jumped off sides. So Tigers really shooting themselves in the foot early. I mean, had that 70-yard touchdown called back because of a flag. Having the Cardinals now move more and more upfield now because of flags. Like, this can't be a good scene here for the Tigers. As here's Roland in the backfield under center, and there's the carry. And that is going to be wrapped up. Looks to be a gain of 1. I once again believe that was, and there he is, Tristan Farmham getting his first touch of the game. And that's really the RB1 that I believe the Cardinals have leaned on this year. I mean, 161 yards rushing, 32 carries, 5 yards average per run. So really, this Cardinals team very dependent on the run. I mean, you're not really going to see a whole lot of passes to the outside, deep balls, especially with a backup quarterback by Roland in there. It's going to be a lot more carries here for the Cardinals.
And, Sean, they are not going to compromise their identity. Their identity is to run the football. They're going to continue to do that. They will take their shots in the passing game when it presents itself. But they're going to have a methodical approach, try to move the chains, and stick with their identity with running the football.
And Farmham is subbed out now on the sideline. So it's going to be about 3rd and 6 for the Cardinals here, as they're just on the other side into Tigers territory. And we'll see what the play call is here. 6 to go for the first down for the Cardinals. Set, here's the snap. And there's Adams pushing up the field well enough for the first down. And Maverick Adams showing some explosiveness right off the line there. Good enough for the Cardinals' first down.
And, Sean, the 2 times the Cardinals have hit it up in the hole immediately, that means giving it to the first up back. They've had success with a gain of 6 on the first one, and that one for a first down, that looked like it covered around 11 yards.
And Maverick Adams being the bright spot right now for this Cardinals offense. As here's the snap to Roland. And there's a rush right up the middle for these Cardinals. That's going to be 25, Connor Braley, as he looks to have enough for another Cardinals first down. And these Tigers are being killed right up the gut right now between Braley and Adams.
And, Sean, they're running their power game. They pulled the left guard there as an additional guy up into the hole as a lead blocker. And an excellent job of cleaning up in there and making space for the running back.
And right now the Cardinals are on the Tigers' 25-yard line as they look to get a score of their own here. And there's number 3 that once again is Adams rushing right up the right side, and gut punch after gut punch here as these Tigers defense is really getting exposed right now for the run. I mean, just consistently 8 to 10 yards per run right now for the Cardinals, just really tearing up this run defense here for the Tigers.
2nd and 8.
And it will be 2nd and 2 here for the Cardinals, as we will probably see another big-time run here for the Cardinals. I mean, that's been their tempo all the way up the field right now. Getting flags early caused by the Tigers' defense, and right now just gut punch after gut punch just up the middle here. And here's the snap, and it's going to be a loose ball, but it looks like the Cardinals jumped back on it. That's going to be Adams jumping back on the football as it will be third down for the Cardinals.
And the Cardinals were coming with a left counter play where they had 2 lead blockers up in the hole. A fortunate bounce that it bounced back into the running back, but now it puts them in a third and longer situation.
Yeah, it had about 2nd and 2. Now it looks like maybe only loss of a yard, so 3rd and 3 as there's Roland once again hustling back on the field. Not much action from him today, but really that's not been their identity all year as a passing game. I mean, they've pounded the run between Farmham, Braley, and Adams, and that's been how it is today. I mean, they're not really looking to pass the ball. They're looking to rush. And whistles will be called early as once again a flag will be thrown.
There's a flag on the play.
And we'll see just exactly what it is. And it looks like it's going to be a false start on the Cardinals, so back them up even more. A fumble and then a false start. What is right now killing a fantastic run right now for the Cardinals. Really started deep in their territory, pushed upfield, but now starting to back up slowly as they look to have a 3rd and 8 right now here against the Tigers defense. And it'll be once again rolling under center as it looks like Adams and Braley will be in the backfield. And here's the snap. There's Braley on the run, and he's going to be stuffed at the line of scrimmage for barely any game, if a gain of 1 yard.
A nice job by the Tigers, not only up front, but the backside linebacker staying home, staying disciplined, filling in there nicely. And now, after the loss, they're 4th and long.
4th and 7.
So it's going to be 4th and 7 here for the Cardinals. As once again, we're probably going to see a run play here as it will be Braley and Adams in the backfield. Really haven't seen a whole lot of Farmham here in the backfield now for the Cardinals. There's the touch, and it's a QB keeper to Roland. Looking to extend the play, goes leaping on the left side, but it doesn't look to be enough here for the Cardinals. And it is Clarence Prude on the tackle there for the Tigers as it will flip to the Tigers football.
Good job by the Tigers defense on the right side of the defense, stringing it out, making them, again, have to run a little bit more parallel than he had hoped, and a good fill there to close out that 4th down and to turn over the ball on downs.
I'm surprised, though. I feel like that's going to surprise everybody. If Roland can start moving out of the pocket, take some weight off Braley and Adams, that's going to shake up a little bit here and give the Tigers defense a few different looks, but just didn't work to full effect that time as it will be Tigers football on their own 17-yard line. And Anizello looks to be in the shotgun again. It looks like McNeil's going to be in the backfield here, and here's the snap. Looking for a pass, and once again, bounced out of the hands of number 12. That's Christian Fulgram. And it will be no yards gained for the Tigers as he was really covered there. I mean, Anizello maybe tried to force that a little bit, but it wasn't picked off enough. So it will remain 2nd and 10 here for the Tigers.
And that was the first time you saw the Cardinals defense run a little zone. He came into the zone. Good job of matching up with them.
And there's Onslow, gives the touch to McLeod. McLeod's got room to his left. Following his blocks, up the left sideline. Leaps, jumps, and will finally be dragged out of bounds here in front of the Tigers bench on the left side of the field and will be more than enough to move the chains for a Tigers first down.
And, Sean, I think that has to continue to be the identity for the Tigers. We've seen that now 2 or 3 different times up the left sideline and against the right side of the Cardinal defense. I think they need to continue to exploit that. Really impressive play there.
And it's not even like it's the solid running backs. It's almost kind of like a jet sweep kind of play with McLeod. McLeod not really getting as many touches per se on the receiving end, but right now he's sweeping across just enough for Anzalone just to get a little touch to him, and McLeod does the rest. As there's a pitch to McNeil, a juke move, as he's got room to run. There's McNeil, and McNeil will finally be shoved out of bounds, and it will be another Tigers first down, as back-to-back good runs for the Tigers give them back-to-back first down, and they will be on the Cardinals side of the field now. And that will complete the end of the first quarter as the Timon Tigers lead 7-0 over the Randolph Cardinals. You are watching Western New York Athletics.
Western New York Immediate Care's new locations are now open. Whether you've suffered a minor injury or just aren't feeling well, Western New York Immediate Care provides safe, quick, high-quality care at an affordable cost. Our clinicians are trained to diagnose and treat non-life-threatening injuries and illnesses and are equipped with on-site x-ray and labs 2 days a week. Western New York Immediate Care is here to help when and where you need us. Visit us online to learn more.
Stay up to date on the latest scores across Western New York by visiting WNYathletics.com and use our interactive scoreboard for the latest across Section 6 and Monsignor Martin Association events.
Western New York High School football is on WBFO, your NPR station. Hear play-by-play coverage every Friday night at 7. Listen live at 88.7 FM, WBFO.org, or the WBFO app. A complete schedule of the 8-game season is available on WBFO.org.
Friday Night Lights is made possible by our members and by Great Erie Federal Credit Union and Miracle Method.
And welcome back to Mulroy Field, as that was the completion of the first half, and the second quarter is just underway here as the Timon Tigers lead over the Randolph Cardinals 7-0, and we are currently on the second drive here for the Tigers of the game. And Ryan, what did we see in the first quarter that we think is going to jump and leap over into the second quarter and beyond?
I alluded to it as we were just closing out the first quarter. I think the Tigers need to continue to hold that identity of pressing the edge, getting the ball into their playmakers' hands, whether it's via the run game or with their quick slip screens.
And Anzalone, as we were just talking, fires one in there good enough for about 6 yards here for the Tigers, as it will be 2nd and 4 now for the Tigers in the Cardinals side of the field. And I completely agree. I think this Timon offense still has to do the right side of the Cardinals defense and really just going as far as they can with them. Clarence Prude, we saw, opened up the game with what could have been a 70-yard touchdown, was called back, though. Guys like McLeod just keep opening up the field for the Tigers. As there's Prude with the catch. He chugs up yards. Brought down kind of awkwardly, but no flag on the field, as it will be good enough for a Tigers first down as they keep moving the chains against this Cardinals defense.
And a nice adjustment by Coach Weiser and his staff on these last two pass plays of sitting up in the hole against the soft spot of the defense, timing on the ball coming out by Anzalone. Well done, and moving the chains in a nice manner here for the Tigers.
And no more really rushes we've seen so far. Back-to-back passing plays here for the Tigers. So we'll see if they kind of want to involve that now in the second quarter and beyond, as Anzalone once again in the shotgun. He looks to pass. Deep pass to the right side, and just popped out of Harris's hands. Pardon me, that was actually Christian Fulgham, as it was just in and out of his hands. What could have been a 6 score for the Tigers not to be on that one. It will be 2nd and 10 now for the Tigers. And third passing play in a row. Are we starting to see something that the Tigers are brewing up now, kind of really like pushing back on their run offense? As here's the first rush of the second quarter here for the Tigers, and it looks to be for no yards really, if any one. And it will be a 3rd and 10 play here for the Tigers. And the Tigers look to line up here, trying to move the chains. I mean, they had a great play going. They had back-to-back good passes for positive yards and not really finding everything, kind of right now staying in place as far as where they are on the field. And there, Anzalone looking to pass on the left side of the field, and that is brought down by number 33 for the Cardinals. That is Mason Garman, the corner.
And Sean, I really like how Anzalone is dropping back on his third step. He's being decisive and delivering the football to his playmakers on the edge. And quite frankly, I think that's going to continue to work for them, especially because of the speed they have against the Cardinal defense.
I agree. They've had some quick touches today that has turned into many positive yards. But as I mentioned before, kind of staying in place right now, as it is going to be a 4th and 7 here. And Anzalone once again in the shotgun. McNeil right behind him in the backfield. Muffed snap, and Anzalone picking that up and trying to go for it himself, but just not to be. And the Cardinals will shut that one down, as it will be a turnover on downs, and the Cardinals look to go the other way with it now.
Unfortunate with the snap there, Sean, but a good job by the Cardinals defense rising up on 4th down. And that, honestly, a huge defensive series and a huge defensive stop for Randolph.
Fantastic jobs by the Cardinals, and now they look to go the other way with it. Kind of deep in their end, but not really, about the 24-yard line. Trying to really push up the field here, as that will be a run play once again to Braley. And Braley looks to get about 2 yards on the carry for the Cardinals, as it will be a 2nd and 8 now for the Cardinals. And we've been seeing Braley a lot. I mean, is he going to be the back that really carries this Cardinals team this game?
Sean, I think you're going to see a steady diet, because the simple fact is they need to get their running backs up in the hole a bit quicker. And he allows that to happen because he's the first up back, and they've had success on the prior plays when they've done that.
We've seen Braley kind of in many positions. I mean, there he was kind of a fullback act right there, as Farnham gets the touch there for the Cardinals. And as I mentioned before, they like to rotate their touches between 3 different backs, and Farnham, Braley, and Adams. All guys we've seen today with some explosive, powerful runs here for the Cardinals. And it will be a 3rd and 1 here after the great run by Farnham. And there's Roland once again under center here. And we even see him a little bit with the run right now. I mean, last drive he had a little bit touch of his own. But right now that looks to be Maverick Adams getting wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage. And it will be no good for him. Pardon me, that was actually Connor Braley. And once again, that will be a loss of yards here for the Cardinals. So it's going to be a 4th and 2 here for the Cardinals. And kind of a measure for revenge for the Tigers defense here, which have allowed some big yards here, especially from Braley.
And a really nice job of getting that initial penetration and stopping them in the backfield on a big 3rd down and short. Impressive by the Tigers there on a big down.
And it looks like they're going to be in punt formation now, as that is a good-sized punt for the Cardinals. It'll be taken in there. And that is a explosive return for the Tigers. And that was number 5, Jason Newkirk, with the good return here for the Tigers, as they will start on the Cardinals side of the field here. As I feel like he just had 1 or 2 missed holes there that he could have gone along the right side, kind of jumped in and out, but just not to be, and really got tackled, I believe, a little bit short than what he should have.
But still a really nice return, and it sets them up just inside the 38-yard line on the Cardinals.
And it will be Tigers football once again here. And Tigers have had some positive attempts here, but it looks like there's McLeod on the right side, has rooms to run. He will explode in for a Tigers first down. And we've seen that a lot. A little fake handoff, quick pitch to McLeod. And that's about the 3rd or 4th time we've seen that today.
And I think change of direction is going to be very successful for the Tigers because the Cardinals don't have a choice. They're going to have to pursue hard to the football. So the counter or misdirection will absolutely afford big plays for the Tigers, and you saw one there, Sean.
And we've seen McLeod do that several times today where you thought he was going to get wrapped up, but then, as you mentioned, the misdirection. And there's Prude on the rush, pushing the pile. Looks to be about a gain of 7, so it looks to be a 2nd and 3 here for the Tigers, as once again they keep pushing up field, finding ways to keep moving the football closer and closer towards that end zone.
And I know, Sean, that the Tigers got stopped on downs on the prior drive, but both that drive and this drive, they're doing a good job up front. So if they continue that, they're going to have success offensively.
And there's Anzalone with the pass to none other than McNeil. McNeil will skip right into the touchdown for the Tigers, as that is James McNeil Jr.'s 2nd touchdown of the game. And he just keeps padding and padding those stats as he makes his way to UB next year.
Anzalone throws a dime, gets back, sets his feet, gets it out to him in space. And, Sean, it's going to be a very, very big challenge all afternoon for the Cardinals to be able to have to tackle those athletes in space. You saw that there, explosive by McNeil, and another touchdown for that young man.
And we mentioned that as the game was starting, that if the Cardinals really wanted to put a damper on this winning streak for the Tigers, McNeil's going to have to be the guy that they stop. I mean, he's already had 2 touchdowns here for the Tigers, 1 rushing, 1 receiving. As you said, just an all-around athlete all over the field. So it will be 14-0 as the PAT is good, and we will take another short break here on Western New York Athletics.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA, with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics.
Or an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs. More information about our Buffalo office is available at logisticsplus.com/Buffalo. Stay up to date on the latest scores across Western New York by visiting WNYathletics.com and use our interactive scoreboard for the latest across Section 6 and Monsignor Martin Association events.
Western New York High School football is on WBFO, your NPR station. Hear play-by-play coverage every Friday night at 7. Listen live at 88.7 FM, WBFO.org, or the WBFO app. A complete schedule of the 8-game season is available on WBFO.org.
Friday Night Lights is made possible by our members and by Great Erie Federal Credit Union and Miracle Method.
And welcome back as we are just underway as the Tigers kick off another here after their good touchdown drive. And once again, it was McNeil on the receiving touchdown. And pretty decent return there for the Cardinals right away off the jump. Quick score update. It is currently 13-0 Medina over Cleve Hill over in that one. But over here in South Buffalo, it is 14-0 Tigers. As kind of shocking here. You would think the Cardinals would be on the scoreboard with how great they've been doing on the run game. And we look to have a shotgun snap here, the first for the Cardinals, as that is going to be another give. And looks like the football is free. It is on the ground, and it is Tigers football. What happened there? And it looks like we have a Cardinal actually down on the field. That looks to be number 2. That is Tristan Farnham, the running back.
Farnham down on the play.
And he looks to get some attention from the coach and hopefully some medical attention. So as that's happening, we're going to take a short little break here on Western New York Athletics.
Hi, Deion Dawkins, Dawson Knox for Team West Star Used Cars.
With the largest selection in New York State, with thousands available.
From economy cars to this outrageous Ford F-150 Raptor.
Owned by a well-known celebrity type. Ooh.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Is this my old truck? Are you selling my truck?
Much better. Check it out.
Win Josh's truck. Go to Western.com and win your choice of Josh Allen's signed Ford F-150 or $100,000.
Ride with Team West Her.
You're watching another live stream production by 300 Level Media, LLC.
And welcome back to Western New York Athletics, as that was Tristan Farmhill on the turf there. Walked off under his own power, so should be okay. And Ryan just mentioned, these Cardinals can't really lose any more of these skill guys. I mean, Farmham plays on both sides of the field and makes effects on both sides of the field. So hopefully Farmham can get some of that medical attention right away and be back here on the turf for the Cardinals, because really can't lose that guy. That guy is just so dominant on and off of the ball.
And, Sean, Coach Brown, one of his points he made is not only depleted injury-wise, but really from a skills standpoint. So hopefully he can get some medical attention and get back on the field soon.
And it will be Anzalone in the shotgun here as it is Tigers ball after the fumble recovery. And there's McNeil, explosive up the gut, jumps over and gets more yardage on the reach, as it will be down at the 30-yard line for the Tigers, and explosive first down there. Just kept the feet moving, got a good hole up the middle, just right up the gut, and really exposed that Cardinals defense.
Well, 2 speed cuts getting up in the hole, and that's what a Division I athlete looks like. And, again, very impressive, not surprised. He's having a fine afternoon so far.
And Anzalone in the shotgun again. Really the tale of 2 different offenses here. Anzalone getting some time in the shotgun, while Roland on the other side is not. And ball deep is no good, as it looks like there are some communication issues for the Tigers there. Saw 2 receivers down there, but nobody came up with the catch there.
Certainly a little confusion in the scheme there. But again, as I watch up front, Anzalone has all day to throw the football. That took a fairly long to materialize and unfold, and yet he still had all time to set his feet and deliver a good ball. It just didn't connect. But I continue to watch, and that impressive offensive line up front, especially in pass protection for the Tigers.
And what a shot to take on first down. Almost a TD there, as it will be McNeil on the run again and keeps reaching for yards. Just how explosive McNeil really is, as that looks to be good enough for about a gain of 6 or 7 here for the Tigers. Looks to be 3rd and 4 for the Tigers right now.
And the Cardinals are going to need many more players to the football besides one to bring down an athlete like McNeil. They're going to have to gang tackle and get more hats when he arrives up in the hole.
Yeah, he's just so quick, and really all these runs that he has had has been up the gut. He's not really bounced into the outside that we've seen McLeod or Prude do. McNeil's going right at the teeth of the defense. And Anzalone, fake pitch there, and tried for a little short pass to McLeod, not to be, as it will be 4th and 5 for the Tigers now, as we'll see what Coach Weiser wants to do for this one. They really were chugging along. I mean, got the fumble recovery, back-to-back first downs. McNeil really explosive right now on this drive. So we'll see what Anzalone and the team does here on this 4th and 5 opportunity for the Tigers. And we'll see him in the shotgun once again. Really common right now for the Tigers to take a lot of these snaps in the shotgun, giving Anzalone as much time as he needs, or really firing up that run game. And there's Anzalone on the left side. There's Prude. Prude jukes his way, and ball comes loose, and it looks like it will be hopped on by the Cardinals.
Anzalone's pass completed to Prude.
And the Randolph Cardinals get some good luck there, as the Tigers look to have 6 points on the board, but it wasn't to be, as the Cardinals strip Prude free and will now be on the 2-yard line.
Ball at their own 3-yard line.
What an opportunistic play defensively for the Cardinals. It appeared as if the Tigers were going to go in the score. They ripped them near the goal line. They pounced on it in the end zone. and a great job of turning the football over on a big defensive series for the Cardinals.
And I'm being told that Tristan Farmhand was the one on the strip there. So really great turn of events for him. Goes down with an injury, but comes up with a strip and a big help there for the Cardinals.
And as my fine assistant, Sean Francis, alluded to, that's the second turnover and the second strip for the Cardinals defensively. Again, doing a great job of getting numerous guys to the football and ripping that one out, a play they absolutely needed.
We always mention this Timon defense has a lot of quickness and a lot of athleticism. But right now we're starting to see just how quick and athletic this Cardinal team also is. I mean, size-wise, they don't really match up on paper. But right now, this athleticism shown by the Cardinals is kind of putting a stop to a lot of this Timon offense that they're displaying right now. As it will be under center is Roland. Roland gives the touch, and Braley's got room to run. That is Connor Braley exploding up the field, good enough for a first down for the Cardinals. And Connor Braley getting a lot of those touches on the second and third down, the dog runs, as I like to call them, really trying to move upfield, getting as much yard as possible. I mean, you're seeing Maverick Adams on maybe the first runs trying to really pound in that defense, but Connor Braley really doing a good job exploding up the field. And it will be Taylor Rowland once again in the backfield, and it is going to be a shotgun snap actually for Rowland. And there's some movement here. And it will be a false start on the Cardinals, so we'll back them up. So kind of delete some of that run by Braley. But we'll see how the Cardinals try to counter-effect that penalty flag. And we have 2:45 left on the clock. So we'll see if the Cardinals are trying to run this down as much as possible, trying to get some points before the half, as they do receive the second half kickoff. There's Roland in the backfield, and he gives it up. That's Farmhand with the touch. Farmhand trying to get as much yard as he can to the left side, but maybe got 2-3 yards at most here for the Cardinals.
And that's why most of their success, Sean, has come between the tackles. It's going to be hard for them to press the edge. They don't have the team speed that the Tigers do, and you saw that right there. It looked like he was going to be able to get to the left side and the left edge. Didn't quite happen. Great closing speed by the Tigers defense.
And it will be a timeout by the Tigers as there's 2:05 left in the second. So we're going to take a short little break here, and we will return on Western New York Athletics.
Hi, Dion Dawkins, Dawson Knox for Team West Star Used Cars.
With the largest selection in New York State, with thousands available.
From economy cars to this outrageous Ford F-150 Raptor.
Owned by a well-known celebrity type.
Ooh.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Is this my old truck? Are you selling my truck?
Much better.
Check it out.
Win Josh's truck. Go to Western.com and win your choice of Josh Allen's signed Ford F-150 or $100,000.
Ride with Team West Her.
And welcome back to Mulroy Field as the Tigers are leading the Randolph Cardinals right now 14-0, and it will be Randolph's football with 2:05 left in the second quarter. Another score update, 20-0 Medina over Cleve Hill. And we kind of have the same game over here. I mean, a 14-0 game right now closing in on the first half. And there's Roland. No yards really gained, if any. In fact, probably backed them up. And it is going to be a timeout called once again by the Tigers as they just got to Roland so quick in the backfield there. Ryan, what did you see there that just exploded the Tigers' defense?
They tried to run the zone read. He decided to keep the football, which was probably not the right decision. he again, trying to get to the edge against this Tigers defense is going to be challenging all afternoon for the Cardinals. And you saw it didn't work out well there. And now it puts them in a very dubious situation as they're pinned back, and they have to be careful what they do here inside of 2 minutes before the half closes out.
This Tigers team is very explosive. The person I like on this Tigers defense is Kellen Hopkins. Kellen Hopkins transferred in from St. Francis to Timon, I believe, last year, and I list him as a quarterback nightmare. I mean, leads the team in tackles, co-leader in sacks. He just plays a fantastic linebacker position, and he's so quick to the football, and he really, I believe, is the true guy in the middle here for the Tigers, just leading them just so quick to the quarterback here. Like I said, really a quarterback's nightmare when you see number 22 on the field in green. And there's Roland with the touch, and it is going to be a pass just out of reach there for the Cardinals, and it will come up as a 4th down here for the Cardinals. Pass to the right side, just not to be for the Cardinals.
And to me, being backed up like that, I probably would have ran the football, made them have to exhaust another timeout, or if they don't, the clock can chew up valuable seconds. But they decided to pass the football, and now they're pinned back. And I can't imagine the Tigers don't get good field position here on this possession.
And once again, Kevin Harrington will be back to punt this one away, for the Cardinals here. And there's a snap. Oh, and it's blocked by the Tigers. And it is downed on about the Cardinals' 3-yard line. So Tigers starting off with fantastic field position, as a block punt is really going to start a great case here for the Tigers to get some points on the board again.
And, Sean, that's the chance you take if you don't execute on 3rd and long, throwing the football. At least if they would have ran it, they could have moved it up a little bit, create a little bit more room to punt the football as they were backed up. And now they're in a really tough situation as the ball is inside the 3-yard line. 1st and goal for the Tigers.
Harrington just got rushed so quick, and I didn't even see who was on the block and who recovered it for the Tigers. I just saw a sea of green just going right towards Harrington and got the punt blocked. And it will be on the 3-yard line here for the Tigers as Anzalone looks to pass. Cross side to McLeod, reaching, and didn't quite get in. It will be on the 1st down. It will be on the 1st yard line, or 1-yard line for the Tigers, and it will be 2nd down.
Nice throw and catch, but a good play defensively by the left outside linebacker for the Cardinals. Kept them out of the end zone. Makes them have to execute another down here on 2nd and goal.
And Anzalone once again in the shotgun here for the Tigers, as on the 1-yard line. My bet is that they rush it, and there he is. There's Clarence Prude on the rush, and he muffed the ball, and it will be Cardinals football, as Prude gives another one up. Just a rough day for Clarence Prude as he gives up the football again. So it will be Cardinals football on their own 3rd-yard line.
And a huge gaffe by the Tigers as they were going in to make it a 3-score game. They turned the football over as they put the ball on the carpet. You got to give credit to the Cardinals defense again, stepping up, making a play and forcing that ball to be put on the carpet. And here they are, being able to close out the half off and not being able to give up any points. I think that's huge for them going into the locker room at the half.
And Cardinals defense really coming up in clutch moments right now in this 2nd quarter for the Cardinals.
Braley on the carry for the Cardinals, brought down by Lattimore of the Tigers.
And just get a gain of 1 there for the Cardinals, as there's about 35 seconds left here in the 2nd quarter.
And the Cardinals should only have to run one more play here, Sean. And then they should be able to get into the locker room unscathed here and keep it a 14-0 football game.
And the fact that it's only 14-0, I mean, the Tigers have had chances time and again, and they just haven't really capitalized on, whether it's a muffed ball that ends on the ground or penalties that they just can't quite push up field. I mean, the fact that it's only a 14-0 game should give a lot of confidence here to the Cardinals as saying, like, hey, we're still in this. Like, they still have a whole half to play to get some points back on the board for them.
2nd and 11.
And it will be 2nd and 11 here, as I believe the Tigers are going to call a timeout. I believe there's 11 seconds left on the clock, as it is 14-0 Tigers, and it is still Cardinals football with 11 seconds left. And yes, the Tigers are going to call their last timeout of the half. So we're going to stay right here just because there's 11 seconds left and not too much time remaining. I believe the Cardinals are kind of just going to let the ball give one more touch to one of their backs and kind of just let this clock run out. But first half recap, Ryan, what are we going to go with? I mean, it's 14-0 Tigers, 2 scores by McNeil, really helping out the Tigers. But they've also struggled on the offensive side as well.
And I think we can revert back to the turnovers. Again, if we're talking at any level of football, whether it's the professional, collegiate, high school level, or even down to the youth, if you're turning the football over, no matter if you have more talent on the roster, you're allowing that to be more of a balanced and more even-killed football game, and that's somewhat of what you're seeing here, although the Tigers still have controlled the tempo and the flow for most of the half.
I agree, and it looks like the Cardinals just took a knee, so it looks like there's going to be no more football here for the first half. As going to be the end of the half here as the Timon Tigers lead 14-0 going to the half. So we're going to pick this up in the second half, and we will see you back here for the second half of football on Western New York Athletics.
Hi, Dion Dawkins, Dawson Knox for Team West Star Used Cars.
With the largest selection in New York State, with thousands available.
From economy cars to this outrageous Ford F-150 Raptor.
Owned by a well-known celebrity type.
Ooh.
Whoa. Is this my old truck? Are you selling my truck?
Much better.
Check it out.
Win Josh's truck. Go to Western.com and win your choice of Josh Allen's signed Ford F-150 or $100,000.
Ride with Team West Her.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics.
Or an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs. More information about our Buffalo office is available at logisticsplus.com/Buffalo. You're watching another live stream production by 300 Level Media, LLC. 300 Level Media can highlight your business by incorporating commercials, live reads, and corporate logos throughout our WNY Athletics events. WNY Athletics is the premier high school sports streaming service in New York State, covering regular season contests through the state championships and everything in between, with over 1 million views annually. If you are interested in advertising with any of our platforms, please visit our Become a Sponsor page at WNYathletics.com.
300 Level Media is a locally owned and operated multi-purpose media company right here in Western New York. You'll find us everywhere covering the Bills, Sabres, Buttes, Bisons, Big Four basketball, local college sports, and much more. Our staff offers a variety of media services, from video production, live event coverage, audio broadcasts, professional voiceovers, camera operation, and videography. Visit www.300levelmedia.com or give us a call at 716-427-2600. This is 300 Level Media.
Do you insure a lot of businesses?
Yes, we do.
How about restaurants?
We got a bunch.
Do you cover property damage?
Yes, we do.
How about my equipment?
Covered.
How about sewer backup?
We got it.
What if my cook gets hurt?
You're covered.
Foodborne illnesses?
Covered.
What if my party tent goes down?
Covered under property damage.
And you say this is all under one policy?
One policy.
When do I pay?
Once a month.
Just one time?
Just one.
Is there anything you don't cover?
What's your record for consecutive questions asked?
31.
Tables. We don't do tables.
Gotta love Buffalo.
For more information, visit www.paulwolfagency.com. Stay up to date on the latest scores across Western New York by visiting WNYathletics.com and use our interactive scoreboard for the latest across Section 6 and Monsignor Martin Association events.
Western New York Immediate Care's new locations are now open. Whether you've suffered a minor injury or just aren't feeling well, Western New York Immediate Care provides safe, quick, high-quality care at an affordable cost. Our clinicians are trained to diagnose and treat non-life-threatening injuries and illnesses and are equipped with on-site x-ray and labs to help you feel better, faster. With 4 convenient locations open 7 days a week, Western New York Immediate Care is here to help when and where you need us. Visit us online to learn more.
Western New York High School football is on WBFO, your NPR station. Hear play-by-play coverage every Friday night at 7. Listen live at 88.7 FM, WBFO.org, or the WBFO app. A complete schedule of the 8-game season is available on WBFO.org.
Friday Night Lights is made possible by our members and by Great Erie Federal Credit Union and Miracle Method.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics.
Or an efficient personal approach for all of your transportation needs. More information about our Buffalo office is available at logisticsplus.com/Buffalo.
Hi, Dion Dawkins, Dawson Knox for Team West Star Used Cars.
With the largest selection in New York State, with thousands available.
From economy cars to this outrageous Ford F-150 Raptor.
Owned by a well-known celebrity type.
Ooh.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Is this my old truck? Are you selling my truck?
Much better.
Check it out.
Win Josh's truck. Go to Western.com and win your choice of Josh Allen's signed Ford F-150 or $100,000.
Ride with Team West Her.
You're watching another live stream production by 300 Level Media, LLC. 300 Level Media can highlight your business by incorporating commercials, live reads, and corporate logos throughout our WNY Athletics events. WNY Athletics is the premier high school sports streaming service in New York State, covering regular season contests through the state championships and everything in between, with over 1 million views annually. If you are interested in advertising with any of our platforms, please visit our Become a Sponsor page at WNYathletics.com.
300 Level Media is a locally owned and operated multi-purpose media company right here in Western New York. You'll find us everywhere, covering the Bills, Sabres, Buttes, Bisons, Big Four basketball, local college sports, and much more. Our staff offers a variety of media services, from video production, live event coverage, audio broadcasts, professional voiceovers, camera operation, and videography. Visit www.300levelmedia.com or give us a call at 716-427-2600. This is 300 Level Media.
Do you insure a lot of businesses?
Yes, we do.
How about restaurants?
We got a bunch.
Do you cover property damage?
Yes, we do.
How about my equipment?
Covered.
How about sewer backup?
We got it.
What if my cook gets hurt?
They're covered.
Foodborne illnesses?
Covered.
What if my party tent goes down?
Covered under property damage.
And you say this is all under one policy?
One policy.
When do I pay?
Once a month.
Just one time?
Just one.
Is there anything you don't cover?
What's your record for consecutive questions asked?
31.
Tables. We don't do tables.
Gotta love Buffalo.
For more information, visit www.paulwolfagency.com. Stay up to date on the latest scores across Western New York by visiting WNYathletics.com and use our interactive scoreboard for the latest across Section 6 and Monsignor Martin Association events.
Western New York Immediate Care's new locations are now open. Whether you've suffered a minor injury or just aren't feeling well, Western New York Immediate Care provides safe, quick, high-quality care at an affordable cost. Our clinicians are trained to diagnose and treat non-life-threatening injuries and illnesses and are equipped with on-site x-ray and labs to help you feel better, faster. With 4 convenient locations open 7 days a week, Western New York Immediate Care is here to help when and where you need us. Visit us online to learn more.
My name is Lisa Roosevelt, owner of the Rose Bar and Grill, located at 199 Scott Street, downtown Buffalo, in the heart of the city. It's a great place, friendly atmosphere, have great drinks, have great food, and we have awesome customers. If you come to the Rose, I guarantee you're coming back.
Western New York High School football is on WBFO, your NPR station. Hear play-by-play coverage every Friday night at 7. Listen live at 88.7 FM, WBFO.org, or the WBFO app. A complete schedule of the 8-game season is available on WBFO.org.
Friday Night Lights is made possible by our members and by Great Erie Federal Credit Union and Miracle Method.
And welcome back as Western New York Athletics presents high school football here at Mulroy Field. As the second half is getting under the way, it is going to be Finn, number 43 for the Tigers, kicking this one away to start off the second half. And a 14-0 Tiger lead, as here's Finn with the kick, and it is a good-sized boot. And that will be number 25 for the return for the Cardinals. That is going to be Braley, the guy we talked about, highlight for the Cardinals all in the first half, as I believe he's the best guy on the Cardinals offense right now. I mean, just tearing it up, really up the field, getting explosive, big after big run for the Cardinals. And hopefully he can do something here so they can get in the end zone and get some points on the board for the Cardinals.
And, Sean, he did have an impressive first half. But this is a big first drive for the Cardinals. They're going to have to move the chains a bit. Even if they don't get points, they're going to have to flip field position a bit and make sure the Tigers have to drive the length of the field.
And it's a fumble on the ground as Tigers pick it up. That was number 3, Maverick Adams. A fullback kind of run, designed run there, not to be for the Cardinals, as Fulgham picks it up there for the Tigers, and is now Tigers ball on the 26-yard line for the Cardinals. And we'll see what the Tigers do with it here. I mean, right away they get the ball right out of half.
Sean, that was a catastrophic play for the Cardinals on their first play from scrimmage, something they could not afford. And this could really put a hard nail in the coffin for the Tigers if they can go in and score 6 here.
I couldn't agree more. Anzalone really doing a good job on both the passing and rushing attempts for him so far today. But we'll see what he designed up here, as that is none other than James McNeil on the handoff. Got room to his left, uses the legs, and I don't see any flags, and it is going to be James McNeil's 3rd touchdown of today for the Tigers.
Nice blocking up front, almost untouched up the left sidelines. Beautiful job by the Tigers. And two big plays that they just couldn't afford from the Cardinals standpoint. And the Tigers go up by 3 scores here, Sean.
I saw the O-lineman Richie Smith getting a little excited. He had a nice block on the outside there for McNeil to get free along the left side and really just use his legs and just gets it in. And there's Finn for the extra point, and that will be good as the Tigers take a 21-0 lead early here in the second half. And we are going to take a quick break here, but stay tuned here on Western New York Athletics.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics.
For an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs, more information about our Buffalo office is available at logisticsplus.com/Buffalo.
And welcome back to Western New York Athletics. As you just saw, the Tigers jump up by another 7 points. That is going to be 21-0. And in a matter of 24 seconds, the Tigers kicked the ball, played defense, played offense, and then scored. I mean, just a crazy sequence here for the Tigers out of the half as Finn looks to kick it away here for the Tigers. And that is another good-sized boot for Finn. He's been doing that all day long. And quick back there, but try to wrap him up, not to be. He explodes up the middle. Finn misses a tackle, and the Cardinals will start off in great field position thanks to the kickoff return. And very explosive up the field there. I think if he would have just went a little bit left, cut to the outside more, he would have been home free, but decided to really draw it right into the field and just wrapped up just on the other side of the 50-yard line.
But, Sean, nonetheless, a really nice return for the Cardinals, exactly what they needed. Let's see if they can immediately respond. They're certainly going to need to do that.
And here's Roland under center here. And there's the snap, and that's going to be Braley again. Braley trying to use his strong legs, but about 2 yards rushed for the junior running back. And we like we said, Braley's really been the high point for this offense, really getting the legs moving, getting the body moving, keeping the feet moving. I mean, Connor Braley has just been fantastic for the Cardinals. I believe is the bright spot right now for this Cardinals offense. And I feel like if it's going to be anybody who punches one home, it's going to be Braley. And here's Roland on the snap again. And that's going to be negative yardage here, as that was Adams. And the Cardinals will be backed up, look to be about a yard. So it's going to be 3rd and 9 here for the Cardinals. So great return off the kickoff, but right now just sputtering in the mud, as they'd like to say. And right now not really going anywhere on offense right now.
And a nice play by the 2 down tackles of the Tigers there, getting that initial penetration, not letting him get up in the hole, forces him into a 3rd and long here, Sean.
And here's Roland under center. And we'll see what they do here, as that is a quick pitch. And that's going to be, once again, Braley. And good for about a run of 4, but it's going to still be about a 4th and 6 for the Cardinals. And this is going to be tough. I mean, on the Tigers' 45-yard line, you really thought it was going to be a bright spot with the great kickoff return. But right now, Cardinals struggling to find their ground in this offense. And it will actually look to be a punt here for the Cardinals. And it looks like Harris will be back for, or pardon me, that's Newark back for the Tigers. And it looks like Cardinals decide to touch it early, so it will be taken up at the 26-yard line.
27-yard line.
And it will be Tigers ball once again. And it seems like this Tigers offense is just living on the field right now. I mean, some great possession in the first half. Pardon the 2 turnovers that they did have, but now back-to-back possessions in a matter of 3 minutes here for the Tigers offense, trying to make that score an even big than what they are right now in 21-0.
And Sean, certainly gives some credit to the Tigers defense stepping up there. In spite of that big return, they went nowhere offensively, the Cardinals did. So nice job by the Tigers defense, allowing them to immediately get the football back on the offensive side of the ball.
And Anzalone in the shotgun once again. And here's a snap kind of low, but it'll still be good as there's number 9 for the Tigers. That's going to be Javion Sollerman for the extensive run, for the fantastic run for the Tigers, getting it into the Cardinals' side of the field. And that is somebody we just haven't seen any action from today for the Tigers.
He does a great job of pressing up into the hole and then bouncing it to the right as he started a bit left. Great job and explosive up the right sideline.
And there's McNeil along the left side, pushing off a few tackles, trying to use his strong body to push upfield, but will be tackled at about the 25-yard line. And Solomon, not, like I said, not somebody that we've called. I mean, we saw Prude earlier in the action, but maybe Solomon's filling into that Prude role now in the second half, with Weiser maybe a little hesitant to put him onto the field now. But Solomon, the very explosive run that we just saw, and then McNeil keep trying to punch his way for more and more yards for the Tigers. And there's Anzalone to the pass to McLeod. McLeod shakes and bakes, getting more and more yards, and a bombastic tackle out of bounds there for the Cardinals.
Nice delivery by Anzalone. McLeod's been doing that all afternoon. Very hard to tackle in space. And again, finishing off the run by lowering his shoulder and getting a few additional yards. Another nice, impressive play for the Tigers.
And it looks like McLeod will be down onto the field. So we're going to take a short break here as he gets the medical attention that he needs. And stay tuned here on West New York Athletics.
Hi, Dion Dawkins, Dawson Knox for Team West Star Used Cars.
With the largest selection in New York State, with thousands available.
From economy cars to this outrageous Ford F-150 Raptor.
Owned by a well-known celebrity type.
Ooh.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Is this my old truck? Are you selling my truck?
Much better.
Check it out.
Win Josh's truck. Go to Western.com and win your choice of Josh Allen's signed Ford F-150 or $100,000.
Ride with Team West Her.
And welcome back to Western New York Athletics, as McLeod was able to get off on his own power, probably just a slight cramp in this beating hot sun on the turf here. Couldn't ask for a better day here in South Buffalo. I mean, blue skies, really not what you're kind of expecting towards mid to late September here for football. I mean, this doesn't really feel like high school football weather, but let's keep these good days coming as much as we can, because I know the players would rather play in this than gusty winds and the cold. And there's Anzalone, and just in and out of his receiver's hands, and just no good for the Tigers. So it will be 2nd and 10 for the Tigers, as Anzalone once again had all the time in the world. The Tigers' offensive line just doing a fantastic job with the run game and giving Anzalone enough time to set his feet, put in a good pass, and just not to be on the connection with that one.
And he delivered a good ball right there. It was just in and out of the receiver's hands. Timing was excellent. And I've been impressed with his mechanics. It looks like he's improved in the offseason and has made some adjustments from a mechanic standpoint. So he's doing a good job so far this afternoon.
And another quick update, St. Andrews is currently losing to St. Joe's over there in Kenmore. We'll keep you updated on that one as well, as that's more Monsignor Martin action. As there is some laundry on the field now put in by the officials. So we'll see what that will be, as that was a touch to the left side for the Tigers trying to create more space. And they've really loved that left side of the football field to create touchdowns here, and several times we've seen McNeil, Prude go to that side and try to expose that side of the defense for the Cardinals. But we'll see what this flag is all about. As in the first half, penalties really started, we thought, to kill the Tigers here. I mean, they had a couple false starts. They had a holding penalty that brought back a touchdown. But we'll see what this one is, as it looks like is going to be backed up, as it is going to be another hold for the Tigers. So they're going to be backed up even more on 2nd down. And we'll see what Coach Weiser and the crew decides to draw up here, as they're still in good position here on the Cardinals side of the football field, as there's Anzalone in the shotgun, has several guys in him with the backfield, and he looks to throw the ball. And that's a good ball to the right side of the field. That's going to be caught by number 86. That is Joey Insira for the Tigers. Really pushing the ball upfield, and maybe Anzalone's going to try and throw the ball a little bit more.
Well, Sean, what's happened is the Cardinals have rolled a few more guys down in the box to try to stop the run, which has opened up the isolation out of the edges. It's one-on-one, so, again, a lot of space. An excellent delivery, and there it is again.
And going back to Insira and not to be. So we saw another pass there by Anzalone. Really, I don't want to say forcing the pass here, but really leaning on the pass, especially towards that play. But it looks like the field goal unit will trot onto the field here. And Finn, the only kicker right now for the Tigers, as their other kicker is currently hurt with a hamstring injury. So normally Finn, only the punter, will try to put this one in to make it a 24-0 game here for the Tigers.
Finn's done a good job of stepping in, though, this afternoon and filling that void.
Absolutely. He's gone 3 for 3 and also has done a great job on the kickoff. And there he's 1 for 1 for field goals on the day. So it's going to be a 24-0 lead as there is 6:43 left in the third quarter. We are going to take another quick break here, but stay tuned on West New York Athletics.
Western New York Immediate Care's new locations are now open. Whether you've suffered a minor injury or just aren't feeling well, Western New York Immediate Care provides safe, quick, high-quality care at an affordable cost. Our clinicians are trained to diagnose and treat non-life-threatening injuries and illnesses and are equipped with on-site x-ray and labs to help you feel better, faster. With 4 convenient locations open 7 days a week, Western New York Immediate Care is here to help when and where you need us. Visit us online to learn more.
And welcome back to West New York Athletics as a 24-0 Tiger over Cardinal lead, as Finn, who just made 1 of 1 field goals so far, will be the guy to kick it off here to start off for the Tigers. And last time the Cardinals had a ball on receiving a kickoff, they returned it pretty well. And it looks like there's going to be a flag on the field as the kickoff went out of bounds. So the Cardinals are going to start off with pretty decent field position due to the penalty. So we'll see what the Cardinals want to do here, as it most likely will probably be more design runs, probably around Connor Braley.
Timon will re-kick.
And it looks like they're going to do a re-kick, actually. And it looks like they're just going to go farther back, maybe. Yep, so we'll just back off the kickoff marker here from the 40 to the 35. And Finn will do another big-legged boot. And we'll see how the Cardinals receive this one. As mentioned before, on their last time receiving the kickoff, they exploded up the field and got a really good starting position, but just couldn't really capitalize off of where they were.
I like them deciding to re-kick here. This is one of the few plays that they have an opportunity to score.
And another impressive run as he keeps the feet moving, and that's going to be Farnham. Tristan Farnham, the senior, doing a fantastic job returning that one.
27-yard return.
And this is going to be just before the 50-yard line here for the Cardinals. And Randolph, we want to see them move the ball upfield. I mean, they've had some stagnant offensive sets before, but really trying to force the football up the field and just try to start getting points on the board. I mean, they're not really doing too much on the offensive side right now besides running, but they're trying as much as they can to just keep pushing upfield, as there's another designed run for Maverick Adams.
I don't think you're going to see them, Sean, come out of their identity of running the football. There'll be a little bit more sense of urgency to get up and down the field And let's understand there's only a few possessions left offensively. They do need to get points up on the board. It would be beneficial if they could start on this drive.
Absolutely. And as I mentioned before, I believe the 1-2 punch of Adams and then Braley. Adams kind of playing that fullback position. And that's actually a quarterback sneak as there's Roland getting enough yards for the first down as he is shoved out of bounds. So Roland on the QB keeper gets good enough for a Cardinals first down, and that's something we started seeing in the first half, but Cardinals maybe only done it once or twice. But if they can start involving that, then that's 4 different guys in their set that could possibly create space on a run.
And, Sean, the only way those plays are successful is if they get good blocks, and they did. They had 2 good blocks up the left sideline that allowed him and sprung him up the sidelines for a good gain and a first down for the Cardinals.
And it'll be once again rolling under center, as we'll see what this one's drawn up to be. And as a touch to Braley. Braley fighting for as many yards as he can, but ultimately only gets about 2 or 3 yards, and it will still be second and a good amount to go for the Cardinals. Kind of shocked we didn't see Adams there, as Adams usually is their first down carry guy. Really kind of like that hard-nosed fullback, kind of almost like a Frank Gore-esque, really fighting, pounding up the middle for yards, but we'll see what happens here on second down now for the Cardinals. And there's Braley, another touch for him, as he's just been an absolute workhorse back there for the Cardinals.
And a good job by the Cardinals offensive line of getting up to the second level on the linebackers, allowed him to spring it off tackle there, and that's a good gain for the Cardinals offense.
And just a quick score update is going to be Eden North Collins 30 over JFK, who's only got 8. So tons of good action around West New York today in high school football. And this is one of the best times of year is when high school footballs really start getting underway. It's week 3, so not quite division matchups yet, but really starting to see some good action all around West New York when it comes into the football department. And it's going to be about a 4th and 2, 4th and 3 here for the Cardinals. And it looks like Braley's going to trap back on the field here for Farnham. And it's going to be another 4th down here for the Cardinals. They've been a little too prone to it right now, as they've only had slim attempts that they've actually completed on 4th down. So we'll see what Roland here does for the Cardinals under center.
Quarterback. There we go. Make the tackle. There we go.
And they wrap him up in the backfield. So the QB keeper for Roland is a no-go, and it will be a turnover on downs, and it will be Tigers football once again.
Really nice play by the right side of the defense for the Tigers, getting off the block immediately, getting that penetration. The quarterback bounced off the initial tackle, but many hats there to secure it and force them to turn it over on downs.
So it's going to be 3:13 left in the third quarter, and it is 24-0 Tigers football with 1st and 10 to go. And there's Angelo in the backfield right now in the shotgun. And he's going to keep that one, and he's going to try to extend the play on his own to the left side, fighting for extra yards. And looks to be about 6 or 7 for Anzalone.
Good job by Anzalone. That's a good decision. Putting his shoulder down and finishing the run at the end. Got to love that from your quarterback.
And I've mentioned this before. He can kill you with your arm or even those legs. I mean, he's a big body out there, and he is not an easy guy to get taken down. And as we've also said before, that O-line is really doing a good job giving him as much protection as he needs for these design QB runs, or if he does decide to pass the ball. And there's a little flip, and that's going to be enough for the first down after a booming hit, but no matter, as the Tigers do get the first down. That's going to be number 5, Javion Newark, on the touch there for the Tigers.
Big hit by the Cardinals defense. Still, that's a first down by the Tigers. And again, the plethora of athletes that they could spread the ball around. Very hard to hone in and stop one guy, especially when you got a guy like James McNeil in your barn as well.
You have several, as you said, athletes on this team that you really could just give it to whoever. As there's a deep ball for Anzalone, and it's just not to be, just a little short there. Not enough juice on that one by Anzalone. But not a bad idea on first down, taking a deep shot like that, trying to extend the play and really go as far as you can down the field here for a touchdown.
And, Sean, they had two receivers that had worked over the top of the secondary. The ball just drifted a little bit more inside that Anzalone had hoped, and they just didn't connect.
And it will be 2nd and 10 here. Ball on Timon's 44-yard line. And quick little play check here. And there's Anzalone once again in the shotgun. Got several with him in the backfield. Here's the snap. Fake handoff. And there's the pass to McLeod, just out of reach once again. And Anzalone having a tough time right now just trying to dial that arm in. I mean, the play before, too short, that one too long. Anzalone trying to just dial that play in because they do have open yardage if he can hone that in.
Sean, just out of the outstretched hands of the receiver there. But again, the Tigers' offensive line giving him all day standing there with a lot of time, again, having the ability to set his feet. And I think these are also opportunities to work on some aspects of the game offensively for the Tigers, too.
And it will be Anzalone in the shotgun. Here's the snap. Once again, a pass here. And it looks like the Cardinals finally got to Anzalone, giving him a good rush attempt. But just not to be, as it looks like the pass was actually deflected. If not, they hit his arm, causing the pass to be a little wobbly. And it looks like the punt squad will be coming out here for the Tigers. So, little measure of revenge. Cardinals defense getting a good stop on the field against this Tigers offense.
And, Sean, that's exactly what happened. Is his arm got deflected. First time they really got to him this afternoon. And it's exactly what the Cardinals defense needed if they're going to hang around and try to stay in this football game.
And it looks like Finn's going to be on to punt again for the Tigers. And there's once again a good boot by him. And that's going to be taken in. Oh, pardon me. No, it won't. And what a ball here for the Tigers, and it is down on the 1 yard line. What a punt by Finn to get enough topspin on that to just keep it rolling on the 1 yard line. And the Cardinals have a full football field to go.
And the Tigers have certainly won in the department of the kicking game. And I've had the opportunity to coach against the Tigers the last couple years, and this is the most impressive kicking unit that I have seen for them in a long, long time. So nice job in special teams for the Tigers.
Absolutely. They have we keep saying this. They have different guys that they can do for different things. I mean, Finn right now is really filling in wherever you have to kick the ball with. Field goals, extra points, punt, kickoffs. He's been an all-around kick star for the Tigers right now. And the pile-up starts to begin around the 2-3 yard line. So it will be 2nd and 7 here for the Cardinals.
And, Sean, if we remember the last time the Cardinals were backed up against their own end zone, big mistake, which certainly turned into 6 points for the Tigers. Hopefully they can have a different result on this drive.
Agreed. And it looks like they're going to keep pounding the football. I mean, they've been doing that all day, which I've loved. I mean, I love this old school style football where you just keep pounding the run. And we'll see that probably again with this play right now. And there's once again Maverick Adams, the fullback I'd like to call. And he pushes up for a good amount of yards, really trying to get them away from their own end zone. And it looks to be about a 3rd and 2 left here for the Cardinals. And it looks like that will be the end of play here in the 3rd quarter. So with 1 quarter left to go, it is going to be 24-0 as the Tigers hold the lead in this one with 1 quarter left to play. Stick around on here at Western New York Athletics.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics.
For an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs, more information about our Buffalo office is available at logisticsplus.com/Buffalo. Stay up to date on the latest scores across Western New York by visiting WNYathletics.com and use our interactive scoreboard for the latest across Section 6 and Monsignor Martin Association events.
Western New York High School football is on WBFO, your NPR station. Hear play-by-play coverage every Friday night at 7. Listen live at 88.7 FM, WBFO.org, or the WBFO app. A complete schedule of the 8-game season is available on WBFO.org.
Friday Night Lights is made possible by our members and by Great Erie Federal Credit Union and Miracle Method.
And welcome back to Western New York Athletics as we are just about to get this 4th quarter underway as it is 3rd and 2 here for the Cardinals. And here's the run, and it looks like they have enough for the first down. Maybe we'll see where the spot on the football is. And Maverick Adams picks it up for the Cardinals.
And, Sean, you bring up an interesting point as you closed out the 3rd quarter on you love the power running game and that type of style and physicality, and I couldn't agree more. However, when you get down by this much, it's very hard to come back with that style of offense, and that's what you're seeing here as we start the 4th quarter.
Absolutely. Slim to none passing attempts for the backup Roland. As we mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast, Jackson Morrison, the normal QB1 for this Randolph squad, is injured today. So Roland, who fills in at a different spot than normal today, really just doing a lot of handoffs here, but has also picked up some design runs for himself as the Cardinals pick up about 3 yards on the run there. So it will be 2nd and 7 here for the Cardinals as they keep trying to push up field. But I couldn't agree more. When you're trying to come back in a game like this, it's going to be hard if all you have is the run.
Because it's such a slow, methodical tempo. So it's hard to speed up that end, especially when we don't practice it on a daily basis. Let's see what the Cardinals come up with here in the last 10.5 minutes.
Absolutely. And there's Roland with another designed run for himself, and he will pick up a little bit more yardage as it looks to be about a 3rd and 3 for the Cardinals.
And let's give a lot of credit to the Tigers' defense. They have played now 11 quarters and have only allowed 8 points total. So impressive for the Tigers as they start this season. And let's see if they can finish off with another shutout here at home.
I couldn't agree more. But as I mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast, their first 4 is home. So they definitely have the home field advantage. The play style of playing here at Mulroy to start for the first 4 games. And I believe the absolute juggernaut of this defense is the middle linebacker in Colin Hopkins. And it is a free ball, actually.
Fumble on the play, recovered.
But it looks to be recovered by Randolph.
And boy, he got hit right underneath the chin, Sean. Hopefully he can get up and be okay. But boy, a big hit by the Tiger defense.
Absolutely. As he's getting medical attention right now, we are going to take a short little break. But stay here tuned on Western New York Athletics.
Western New York Immediate Care's new locations are now open. Whether you've suffered a minor injury or just aren't feeling well, Western New York Immediate Care provides safe, quick, high-quality care at an affordable cost. Our clinicians are trained to diagnose and treat non-life-threatening injuries and illnesses and are equipped with on-site x-ray and labs to help you feel better, faster. With 4 convenient locations open 7 days a week, Western New York Immediate Care is here to help when and where you need us. Visit us online to learn more.
Stay up to date on the latest scores across Western New York by visiting WNYathletics.com and use our interactive scoreboard for the latest across Section 6 and Monsignor Martin Association events.
Western New York High School football is on WBFO, your NPR station. Hear play-by-play coverage every Friday night at 7. Listen live at 88.7 FM, WBFO.org, or the WBFO app. A complete schedule of the 8-game season is available on WBFO.org.
Friday Night Lights is made possible by our members and by Great Erie Federal Credit Union and Miracle Method.
And we are back here on Western New York Athletics as it was Farnham down on the field, but he got up on his own power. He's had one tough game, Tristan Farnham, the senior. And here's the boot for Randolph as that is taken in. And a little messing around here looks to be no good as that was number 5, Javon Newkirk, just couldn't get really anywhere. Tried stutter stepping, just really couldn't get any room to run.
Timon will take over 1st and 10 on the Randolph 44-yard line.
And it looks like there's going to be another Cardinal down. And it looks like it's just going to be a quick little cramp as just trying to stretch this one out. And another score update is 21-0 St. Joe's over St. Andrews. So, as I mentioned before, a lot of action going around in West New York for football this kind of year, and really gearing up just to see the athletic calendar this season. I mean, you're going to have tons and tons of good sporting events to go to, especially around West New York. Several classes around here trying to repeat as state champions for many different sports. I know Depew's trying to repeat for Class B for baseball as state champions, as well as also Timon, in fact, went to Class B state finals last year, but unfortunately was not able to capture the championship. But it looks like he got off under his own power. That's number 88, Han. And it will be Tigers football on the Cardinals' 44-yard line. So we'll see what this Tigers offense has in store once again. Anzalone in the backfield, and design QB run for Anzalone. And Anzalone should have enough for a first down.
What a heady play by Anzalone, not only reading where the defense was flowing, but he kept it up the left sideline and is heady enough to stay in bounds and not go out of bounds and not stop the clock. Well done.
Anzalone, just a sophomore this year, but has such a good high-quality football IQ. I mean, we've seen him all over the field, whether it's passing, rushing, just an absolute phenomenal football player. And as I mentioned, only a sophomore, so still tons of room to grow. And Anzalone, there's a pitch to the right side. Got room to run. Spin move. Still room to run. And he's got more than enough room for the first down. That is Damaris Petaway Scarver for the first down and more for the Tigers.
And there's another one of those skilled athletes that they have in their arsenal. excellent job blocking on the right side of the line of scrimmage, and then finishing off of the run again with a physical lower of the shoulder and gaining some additional yards for the Tigers.
And it's going to be 1st and goal here for the Tigers. And you already had 3 for McNeil written down for touchdowns. Could there be a potential that he gets a 4th? That could be something crazy for the Tigers. And it looks to be a pass. And it's picked off, actually, by the Cardinals. And an unfortunate turn of events as Anzalone throws his first pick of the year into the Cardinals secondary.
And maybe, Sean, just a little too greedy from an offensive standpoint there. Sticking with the run and being more disciplined and finishing off this game. But the Cardinals, again, another opportunistic play defensively. And let's see if they can make something out of this drive late here in the 4th quarter.
And the ball will be spotted on the 16-yard line as the Cardinals try to at least just get on the scoreboard with the start of this drive down in Tigers territory. So they will break the huddle. And it will be once again rolling under center. Lined up behind them will be Adams and Braley. And the snap will go to Braley. Braley tries to pop in and out, rushes up the middle, but ultimately gets stopped for about a gain of 4. Pardon me, gain of 3. And we will see exactly what Coach Brown just has in store with 6:30 left in the 4th, down 24-0. It's just kind of one of those games where, like, don't get hurt kind of guys, I feel like. Just kind of go out there, take your reps, take your hits, but also let's stay healthy because we also have to look forward to the games coming up.
Absolutely, Sean. Let's get out of here alive and let's get ready for next week as conference play will heat back up for the Cardinals.
And here's the touch once again for Braley as Braley got a good amount of hit there. And it'll be about a gain of 1. So it's still 3rd and long here for the Cardinals. Once again, in their territory, too.
And speaking of conference play, Sean, the Cardinals are 0-1 in the conference. CSP and Gowanda and Pine Valley sit atop of that conference standings at 1-0. And the Tigers still have a couple more weeks to prepare in non-league before they start heavily involved in the Monsignor Martin play.
And it looks like there's already a flag before the play.
There's a flag down.
So we'll see what this will be. As it will be on the Tigers. As I believe there's too many men on the field.
Too many men on the field for the Tigers. Why is it one D-lineman coming out, though? He need to stay. I'm asking, is Peter ready?
And, yeah, it was too many men on the field here for the Tigers. So pushed up for a little bit easier try on the conversion. It's going to be about 3rd and 1 here for the Cardinals.
Tigers have been so stout defensively, they didn't need the additional body out there.
And here's Roland on the give to Braley. Braley getting enough for the first down as he is brought out of bounds. So he gets the first down, just under 5 minutes left of play here in the 4th and final quarter here at Mulroy Field. So the Tigers look to go 3-0 after this one. Another good game for them on both sides of the ball. Really the only blunder has been the couple of turnovers that the Tigers have had on the offensive side. So here's Roland in the shotgun. Looking to make a play here to move the ball up the field. And there's Braley on the handoff once again. Designed run and maybe gets about a gain of 1 or 2 yards on the play.
And all afternoon, the Tigers have come up really hard on the edge defensively, making plays and nullifying what looks like going to be a big gain into only 2 or 3 yards.
And under 4 minutes left to play here in the 4th quarter. Once again, it is a 24-0 lead here for the Tigers. As Roland now taking some snaps in the shotgun. And there's a touch. It's going to be a QB keeper on the right side of the field and wrapped up. And none other than the juggernaut, Kellen Hopkins, on the tackle.
Tackled by Hopkins.
And as I mentioned before, Kellen Hopkins is my star on this defense for the Tigers. Just absolute animal all over the field. And it will be a 3rd and 6 here for the Cardinals. And we will see what the Cardinals try to do to convert to a first down here, as there's Roland once again in the shotgun. Nobody really out wide. And it will be a pass play. And, oh, just in and out of the hands for the Tigers. As that was Solomon almost on the pick attempt.
And he didn't really have much to look at. The guy, the receiver over the top was covered well by the secondary, and they had the flats covered as well, so not much to look at there. Good defensive play in the secondary in particular for the Tigers.
Agreed, and 2:30 left to play here in the 4th and final quarter, as it looks like the Cardinals are looking to just punt this one away, as the Tigers jumped a little bit, got a bit too excited.
Offsides penalty on the Tigers.
And it will be an offsides penalty. And it looks to be a 4th and very short. 4th and very short.
4th and short coming up for the Cardinals.
So we will see what the Cardinals want to do here. And it looks like Coach Brown. And, oh, actually they gave him the first down. So a little help here. Gives the Cardinals by a little bit of a jump here by the Tigers. So it's now going to be a 1st and 10 for the Cardinals with 2 minutes left remaining. And here's the snap. There's the touch, and wrapped up. About a gain of 2 here, 2 or 3 for the Cardinals.
And, Sean, obviously this game is out of reach, but I'm sure the Tigers would like to put another shutout in the record book here, and that would be the second one of the season if they can make that happen for the next minute and a half.
Absolutely. This Tigers defense through the first 3 games have only given up 8 points. Like, it's just been phenomenal. Like, all over the field has been this Tigers defense. This D-line just getting to tackles. The corners playing some tight defense on the wideouts. And there's Roland on the ball. Touches and in and out of the receiver's hands. That was involved to number 10, Baker Huntington.
Broken up on the play by Delonte Owens.
And he looks to have a little bit of an injury on the sideline over there.
And what a really nice play by Owens. And certainly a legal hit. It was a big hit. Unfortunately, he's down right now. But what an impressive close to the football with a nice legal hit.
And I think we're going to take a short break here with a 1:09 left, but an injury timeout. So stay tuned here on Western New York Athletics.
Western New York Immediate Care's new locations are now open. Whether you've suffered a minor injury or just aren't feeling well, Western New York Immediate Care provides safe, quick, high-quality care at an affordable cost. Our clinicians are trained to diagnose and treat non-life-threatening injuries and illnesses and are equipped with on-site x-ray and labs to help you feel better, faster. With 4 convenient locations open 7 days a week, Western New York Immediate Care is here to help when and where you need us. Visit us online to learn more.
Third and 7 for Randolph.
And welcome back to Western New York Athletics, as it is 3rd and 7 here for the Cardinals with a 1:09 left. And just trying to make some stops here for the Tigers defense. And here's the snap. And there's the carry once again for Adams. And it looks like it's going to be about 4th and 2, 4th and 3. So even with the 50-yard line, and it's going to be 40 seconds left here. And one more play should do it, and it honestly should be just about the end of the game here at Mulroy Field. And I just feel like the Tigers have played all around terrific today. I mean, McNeil, the 3 touchdowns, 1 receiving, 2 rushing. The defensive side, just playing some good football.
And, Sean, let's not forget about the special teams. I think they've controlled all 3 aspects of the game this afternoon. A lot to build on and be excited about. And then a couple more opportunities before they start league play in early October against Cardinal O'Hara.
Absolutely. As the seconds dwindle down, that will be the end of one here at Mulroy Park as the Tigers take the win over the Randolph Cardinals, a score of 24-0. For Ryan Gallo, for Sean Glinski, for Western New York Athletics, we say goodbye from South Buffalo, and please join us at WesternNewYorkAthletics.com and tune in for more high school sports on Western New York Athletics.